We're joined now by Yashika's mother, Mrs. Bagherati, and by the principal of her school, Lynn Dawes. And with us from Westminster is her local MP, David Burrows. Mrs. Bagherati, you must be absolutely heartbroken.
Yes.
Lynn, how long has this fight gone on, and why are you so convinced she should stay?
Well, it started back in December when she was detained just at the start of the Christmas holidays, and she was detained for 6 weeks. We eventually managed to get her out on bail, and the aim was to put a new case for her to stay in the UK and finish her A-levels. Unfortunately, 2 weeks ago she was detained again, and then this is the third attempt to remove her from the country. Why I think she should stay? Because she will be doing her A-levels in 6 weeks' time. They're world-class qualifications. If she can finish those, that will make such a difference to that young person's life. And we just want her to finish and complete these. And the idea that she can go back to Mauritius and just pick up those exams and do them there, as James Brokenshaw has suggested in his letter, is just doesn't work from an education point of view.
What's your reaction, Mrs. Bagherati?
I feel very sad for my daughter. I'm very worried.
Are you going to go back to Mauritius yourself and be there?
I want everybody will go together, not send her alone.
What Mum said today is that if she's allowed to stay, and both her children, because the younger daughter's doing her GCSEs, that they will guarantee that they will leave if, you know, assuming the legal process says that she has to go, they will go back. So
you would promise to go if she was able to sit her A-levels,
yeah,
finish everything, and
yeah,
then go back?
Yeah. Let her finish her exam.
Let me talk to your MP, because he's been very supportive of you, hasn't he? David Burrows, what's your reaction to events tonight?
Well, I'm deeply disappointed. I mean, I had the news from the Minister at lunchtime that he had rejected my representations, that he, despite us saying, as has been said by the head teacher and by myself, that she just wants to complete her A-level exams, that there's Home Office guidance saying that A-level students should be allowed the opportunity to sit them because she is an adult. And she can't be treated, as we all say, she's part of the family. You'll hear from the mother there. She's her daughter. And despite all that, he was saying that there's no compelling, compassionate circumstances to intervene. And I just don't agree with that. I think that it just seems to make sense.
I don't really want to make a sort of political point, but there are two sides to this. One is Mauritius is a pretty sort of decent and civilised place, as many people in this country would know, having been there. And at the same time, immigration is a real political football, and one senses that this case is above and beyond anything else a desire by the government to look tough on people who stay here.
No, I mean, it's nothing to do with that. And you know, before, when immigration was out of control, and now when we're seeking to put immigration under control, the issue is an individual case needs to be looked at on its merits. And compassionate circumstances need to be taken account of. And sadly, in this case, at the point of removal, the timing of removal, I don't believe that has happened. And, you know, it just seems to, what is the harm of her just simply allowed to continue to do her exams and be with her family? And that's the real concern. And we should look at that aside from the general policy view. This isn't where we need to have a robust, fair and humane immigration policy. And in this particular individual case, I believe that we've let the Yashika down.
What will happen to your daughter when she gets back?
But where she will go, she's worried about her life as well. And for the education, she works so hard to arrive here. And now they want to ruin her life.
Can you, in some way, when she does get back, set up something by Skype and try to help her through? Well, is it really possible at all for her to sit these exams?
I don't know. You know, we were really hoping that some compassion would be shown and she'd be allowed to stay. You know, if she does go today, we'll be doing everything possible to support her in Mauritius and also try and help her complete her education. But I really don't know what is possible. Certainly she can't sit Mauritian A-levels because they won't be the same courses. So we're going to have to look at all possibilities. But we're still hoping that, you know, some compassion is going to be shown.
And it's extraordinary that you feel so very, very strongly. This is one of your many, many, many charges in that college.
Well, it's really come from the student body, to be honest. They were I guess, outraged when they heard about this 2 weeks ago. And we've just been supporting them in everything they've done. And I think, you know, it's the human side that needs to be seen.
So what would you say to the Minister tonight? What do you want to say to the Minister if he's watching? What message can you send?
I beg to let her sit on her exam for A-level. I promise I will take my 3 children, I will go. Please, let her sit on her exam. Let her finish her A-level.
David Burrows at Westminster Lindores here, thank you very much. And Mrs. Bagarati, thank you very much for coming in, and our hearts are with you.